Hey guys, welcome back. It's Kim here, and I am going to be doing your, I guess, the end of November intuitive read. So, Libra, thank you so very much for being patient with me. It's been a very difficult past 5, almost 6 months since I've lost my mom. Okay, so I do appreciate your patience. For those of you who stuck around and waited for me to get through the mourning process, it has taken a little bit of time, but like I said, this is it was unexpected and very devastating. So thank you, thank you, thank you to all who stuck around, stuck by my side, supported me. Truly, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you. Still, at this moment, I won't be doing any personal readings, okay? But I do anticipate being up here more frequently. And in between job, I do have an outside job aside from this, okay? So let's keep that in mind, okay, guys? All right, so Libra, excuse me. I am going to tune in and see what I can pick up for you, okay? This is for all signs, sun, moon, and rising. So if this is not resonating with you, please check out your rising or your moon sign, okay? So, to be sure that you get a broader picture. Sometimes I suppose you could check out, you meet Venus and Mars, but I don't know much about astrology. I just know that a lot of other YouTube readers suggest viewing those aspects of your chart as well. So just to add that information out there, this is general. This could be coming from you or to you, so please keep that in mind. If necessary, switch the roles. For all crosswalk watchers, you are more than welcome to be here on my channel. I greatly appreciate your support as well. And keep in mind that just because something may sound familiar, don't try to make it fit. If it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't, okay? And that's it. That's the bottom line. And please understand, if you hit the dislike button, it's because the message wasn't, just because the message doesn't match up with what is going on with you personally, doesn't mean it doesn't for other people. So to hit the dislike button kind of hurts us as readers, okay? So just keep that in mind. Okay, so Libra, let's see what I can pick up for you, okay? I'm hearing that song, Nobody Knows the Troubles I've Seen. I think what's going on here, Libra, the way it feels, is that I feel like what's going on the inside is not matching the way you appear on the outside. I feel like on the outside, it's like you hold yourself together, okay? It's like the way you present yourself in public as if everything's great, everything's cool, but inside there's like this constant turmoil. And because you're so poised and you keep your stuff together, and you keep yourself together, it's hard for people to recognize what you've actually been through. And so I think people take for granted the strength that you're actually working from right now. But I also feel like it's going to get better. I feel like it's going to get worse before it gets better is what I hear, okay? All right, let's see what else I can get for you, Libra, because it's kind of vague. it's almost like there's a bunch of different things going on. It feels jumbled up. You know, some parts of you, you know, it's like I feel like there's a part of you that maybe dealing with something that has run its course, and you're like angry, sad, happy. Like there's like a bunch of different emotions involved with this. It seems very scattered. Okay, I feel like there's a part I'm hearing, I just don't know what to do. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. I just don't know what to do. It's something like, you know, something has run its course, but you're not ready to let it go. And then I see this kind of like just laying back and just allowing the universe to have its way. You're like, okay, I surrender. There's nothing I can do. So whatever happens, happens. You know, like I feel like that's the energy. Whatever happens, happens. You're almost like, it's like Libras have been beat down for so many years. It's like this has been a constant theme for Libra for years now. It's been quite a few years now. And Libra's so sick of not being able to catch that break. I mean, they're getting snippets of good things at certain times, but then things start to crumble again. And Libra's just so exhausted with that happening that now they're just like, whatever happens, happens, you know. I'm hearing a breakthrough. Okay, I really do feel like there's going to be a breakthrough. And you know, for all of you Libras, including myself, because I'm also a Libra, I'm crossing my fingers and hoping that this breakthrough affects all of us, not just some of us. I'm hopeful that all of us get to experience this breakthrough, because I feel like, you know, we deserve it at this time. I also feel like the Libras who have actually worked on themselves, the Libras who have actually acknowledged their role in situations not playing out accordingly, like how did you contribute to that, for good or for bad. I think that accountability is going to play a major role in this breakthrough. Okay, but I do feel like it's a good one. And I also feel like this fear surrounding this. Okay, like, you know, I feel like there's been a lot of self-sabotage with Libras too. Like, you know, I try my best, and I can't catch a break. What the heck? You know, and it's almost like if the breakthrough doesn't happen, you're like, not surprised, you know? I feel like that mentality is probably not gonna, it's probably not gonna produce any excellent results. You know, I think the other thing that Libras have been experiencing, it's like I think what Libras have been experiencing is the promise of grand, big, huge things, and then the things that come in, you're like, oh yeah, this is good. Well, I'll give you an example. Like Libra, what's coming for you is like this big, great turnaround. You're going to see like an increase in your finances, or there's going to be like this a gift, something gifted to you, and you know, and I think the expectations from Libras are more so than what's actually happening, even though everything that has been gifted to you is just that, but it's not what you expected it to be, because I think the delivery of that thing was so grand that you expected the thing to be grand. Like somebody says like, yeah, somebody's going to give you a gift and everything, and it's something that you've been wanting and all this stuff, and you could be thinking, oh my gosh, I've been wanting that new iPad, or oh, I hope that's what it is, or you know, money to pay this bill or something like that. And then really, you know, what's gifted to you is like, you know, like a set of pens, you know what I mean? Like like all your pens ran out of ink and you got the pens and you're like, well, it's a gift. It's not what I expected, but it's a gift. So it was accurate, but there's still that letdown. Do you understand? So I feel like it's like that's what's been happening too. And so I feel like at this point there's a need for appreciation regardless of how big or small something is, you know. And I think it's being done purposely from the universe, because it's like we're here. I think Libras are here sort of like we're Libra is the sign that it's very imbalanced, okay? So anybody who says that Libra is a balanced sign, that's actually false. Libra spends their entire life trying to find balance, okay? Everything is out of whack around them. And so Libra spends their entire life trying to find balance. It kind of reminds me of the salmon who has to swim upstream its entire life to get back to the place that it was born. And then once it does, it dies. You know, it's like it hatches its eggs, it lays its eggs, and then it dies, you know. So it spends its entire life struggling, swimming upstream. And then when they finally get the meaning of life, they're like, got it. All my work is done. I'm good. Time to expire. You know, I kind of feel like that's Libra's role, and we fight against that. You know, as Libras, we don't like that. We don't think it's fair, and we're all about fairness. We're all about balance. But that is kind of our purpose. You know, it's to find balance, to create balance. You know, we are great at delegating. We are great at giving advice. You know, but it's very difficult. As great as we are at giving advice, it's very difficult for us to embody that same thing and to live up to the expectations that we put onto other people. And I think right now what's going on with Libras is there's just a whole lot of soul searching, and then just this need to surrender, to finally surrender, because we have been beating up against the tide for so long. And now it's time, like, you know, the universe has been kind of relentless with the with the lessons it's been teaching us, okay? It's almost like, you know, you're doing good work, Libra, but stop getting devastated. Stop getting unappreciative of the breath that you breathe, the trees that you see. You know, absorb everything. Ignore the chaos. Absorb what is good. And we're having such a hard time absorbing what is good because we're constantly dealing with chaos. And I feel like the universe is trying to teach us how to balance that out. Like, deal with the chaos, but don't let it define who we are. Still remember who we are as a person, you know. And I really feel like that's what's going on right now. And I do feel like 2020 is going to be better. It will have its challenges, but I think it's going to be better because I think, like I said, there's like this sense of surrender where Libra's like, okay, I just can't fight this anymore. You know, it's just this constant, repetitive energy that we're like, something has to give and something has to change. And I think that's what's happening. So, well, that was different, Libra, for me anyway. For me as a reader, that's a different kind of delivery. So let's see what the cards have to say and what else has to come out with that. I think it's a very profound reading, a very profound message for us, if we will have it, you know, if we will accept it and acknowledge it, you know. And those who are ready to evolve and move on will accept it, will acknowledge it, will embody it, and will embrace it, and you know, give you something to chew on later, something to think about, you know, changes to make. But we've got to be able to let down that wall that we can face. Wheel of Fortune. That's what I'm talking about. That dog. Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, so, all right. At the bottom of the deck, Libra, there's the Five of Cups, you see. That's this energy that we've been dealing with not being able to see things, or that light at the end of the tunnel, without being able to see, it's pretty much just being spent, being exhausted. That's the way I'm looking at that. A lot of Libras have been looking at things as like the cup half empty, so focused on everything that you don't have. And that's exactly what's coming up. Like I said, there's this, what the energy that's been coming through is we're so focused on on these cups that are spilled that we're not seeing the good. Do you see what I mean? And it's like, that's what I was picking up. It's like we're so, tired. I mean, look at this person. They're exhausted. They're spent, and they're like, gosh, why can't people see that I have just been putting so much energy into things and the return is not there, And this is why the universe is saying they're going to keep putting chaos in your path until you learn how to balance that, as well as appreciate what you still have around you. Because that's what this person is not doing. They're not appreciating, because they're not even seeing it. They're not even acknowledging the cups that are still standing behind him, But that energy, like I said, there's going to be a breakthrough, and we get that with the Wheel of Fortune upright. This is a change, a new karmic cycle. This is coming. Now, it has taken a long time with this King of Pentacles. This is stability, but this is a very slow moving energy, and this is you, Libra. This is you working towards this, okay? And waiting for this breakthrough. It's like the King of Pentacles been sitting there waiting very patiently for this breakthrough. And then there's that sense of like surrendering, because the King of Pentacles is a very grounded sign. They don't move slow. They don't move fast. They move really slow, and they're patient, okay? They're very patient. And so this is what I mean about the Libras who have been patient. That's coming, okay? This breakthrough is coming after the surrender. And once it does, here it is. There's the Knight of Cups. There's that offer of stability, that offer of a new emotional beginning, something to come in and say, yes, we recognize how hard you have worked, okay? Somebody could be offering you something that you can't pass up, you know what I mean? So I really feel like, Libras, that this is the time that this breakthrough could happen for you, but don't set the expectation so high. Don't expect, maybe at this time it's like lowering your standards to a certain extent, so because when you set the bar really, really high, we set it so high that even we have a hard time reaching that, and I think it's not that, it's always good to set high standards, it's always a good thing to set the bar, high, but not so high that you yourself can't even reach that, because then it's unrealistic, okay? So maybe appreciating the pen, the pen that was gifted to you, like, oh, thank you, I needed this, because the universe is saying, when you can appreciate the smaller things, the things that most people don't, then the bigger things will come. But you've got to be able to relax. You've got to be able to release and understand that the way other people around you behave does not define who you are as a person, okay? So, Libra, I really hope that made sense for you. It's a very different reading than what I normally get, but I do feel like it's very profound. So, I think it's wise to just really embody that, listen carefully, be in tune with everything around you. And, it's like, I'm not even so sure what to title this, because I feel it's like after the deliverance of that, I just feel like my brain just wants to go to sleep. There was so much energy exerted into delivering that message that my brain is starting to go shut down, but there was still like a sense of calmness with that, so I hope that makes sense to you, Libra, and I'll think of a title But stay tuned for updates, and I'm glad to be back. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and go check out your rising and your moon signs as well, okay? All right, Libra, it's good to be back. Take care. Bye-bye.